I'm gonna attempt something that I haven't tried before. And if you know me, I just wing it, and I don't even know if this is gonna work. I'm going to attempt to make a mold of my tree so I can make a face on it and then backlight it with lights. Wish me luck. And I wrapped it with cellophane. And the next step is I have some paper mache stuff, and I'm going to plaster it and let it dry. It's a nice warm day, so it should dry fast. So in this bucket, I have my cellu clay, and it's my pretty just paper mache. You add water, and I like to add my starch to it. I've used it for some other tutorial videos. I believe my gargoyles are one of them. And then once that's all that nice thick pasty feeling, I'm going to smear it all over the tree and let it dry. It's a nice warm day, so it should dry fairly fast. As you can see, it is messy, so I've got to get the water on it. And I'm making it up as I go, like I always do. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't. This is during the coronavirus time, so what do I got to lose? I'm stuck at home anyway, so here I experiment. Okay, so put some water in there, and mix it up. Just need to get it. It is messy. Oh. Okay, I know my videos are probably pretty cringy, as my kids call it. You're so cringy, Mom. So you just keep adding water until you feel like it's how you like it. So this is what I like to add to my paper mache. It just gives it a little extra stiffening power, and I think it also makes it harden up a little faster. So here it is. It's really sticky, so I think it's gonna stick fine. I don't think I need to spray adhesive on the cellophane that I put on around the tree. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this. I'm gonna mix it again one more time, make sure all the powder's gone, and then add it to the tree. Let that dry, do a second coat, and then I will cut the cellophane off the tree on either side and bring it inside. Well, I looked out the window and I noticed that I didn't see anything on the tree. Yep, there it is. Supposedly it got too hot and it just went plop down there on the ground. No big deal. I did something different. I wrapped it in mesh, and I'm going to do the same thing with the mesh though. So hopefully it works, and it's not 100 degrees out this time. So I'm done smoothing it on, and it has some texture that looks like bark of a tree already. And I'm gonna let it dry, and it gets really hard. This is the stuff that was on here before. It's light, but it's really hard. And I will coat it, which will protect it even more. So here it is. It's not completely dry, but it definitely is a little bit dry. And what I'm gonna do next is take this PVA glue, which is just Elmer's glue, and give it a light coat over it just to help seal the paper mache. Blow dry in the tree, blow dry in the tree. Neighbors think I'm weird. You can see I was tie-dyeing. My hands are usually not this dirty. See how it's not quite there yet. Yeah, look at this. The gloves they gave me failed. So, still needs to dry. it's time for me to cut this off. There she is. She still needs time to dry, so I'm going to put her on a pillow. Super cool. So what I'm doing now is pulling off the plastic because this is still wet behind there. It needs to dry. And I'm going to let that sit there and dry like that. It's pretty hard on the outside, so I think it's going to stay the shape, but I still might prop something up there. And there it is. Okay, what I did here is I drew out a face that I liked. I made it a little bigger, and then the next thing I'm going to do is cut it out. So here is the start of me cutting out my pumpkin face. What I'm using is this nifty little tool. I could use my Dremel, I just thought it might be too messy. So this one gives it a really clean cut, and I can get like really skinny cuts. It takes a little bit more time, but in the end, I think it will look amazing. Well, I did it. Here it is. It actually felt like carving a pumpkin. You know how sometimes you carve a tooth and one might fall or get broken. But that was the only part that was a mess up. The thinner the clay was, the easier, of course. The thicker it was a little harder, but not too much harder. But yeah, it reminded me of just like carving a pumpkin. So I'm going to cut it out, and then what I'm going to do is mix up this and paint the backside. The next step I'm doing is I'm taking some clay, just whatever clay you like. Paper clay is my thing because it's paper mache. Get it slightly wet, and I'm just adding clay around the eyes and the nose and just adding more detail and more dimension to it. And then I'm going to coat it with the same stuff after I'm done. So I just roll up a little clay, pick a spot where I want some little detail, put just a little bit of glue there, and I lost my tripod. I'll just set it there and then just rub it into place. Okay, so I have 1 cup of the exterior foam coat. Oh, my chickens. Right here. And so I'm gonna add, it's 3 to 1. So I'm gonna add the water to this, mix it up, and then the same thing with the boost and mix it in there. And then I'm gonna paint the backside of that with an old brush I have. All right, here goes nothing. Hopefully it doesn't screw up my whole project. Have you ever done that where you make something and you're almost done and you do something and it just screws it up? It's kind of what I feel like right now. So there it is. It reminded me a lot of dry lock, if you ever used that. I used it on my gargoyles. It felt the same way, but it says it will dry here pretty fast. Alright, the next step is to paint this. I'm going to do a dark layer, and I'm going to mix my own paint. I have some old paint here. If you can see in there, it's really old. I don't even know if it's going to work. If not, I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow to get new paint. I have acrylics upstairs. I just wanted to use outdoor paint. Anyways, I got to match it to my tree out front, and paint it one coat, the dark coat, do some accents. I'm going to attempt the crackle with the glue, and hopefully it works. If not, then I'll just faux paint it. So wish me luck. I don't know if this paint's good or not. Here I go. What I did right now is just go over some dry brushing. It's all dry, and I mixed up some paint, a little bit of a light colored, and added a little bit of just some acrylic on top of this. So I'll let that dry, and then I'll do the glue step, and then I'll paint over it one more time with another brown color. I'm trying to match this to this. Have a little bit of glue here. I'm mixing it up with just a tad of water. So here goes the glue. I'm gonna go with the grain. Okay, so it's tacky to the touch, and I'm gonna start going over it, and then I'm gonna do a time lapse to just make it fun, because I want to see what it looks like in a time lapse. Okay. Not so bad. I think it turned out really neat, and some of the close-ups on it really looks detailed and amazing. It looks like wood, so I'm pretty happy with my results. Here's a close-up. You can see some of the glue hasn't dried yet. That's that light colored. So once that dries, it's going to be dark. I'm really stoked on how this turned out. There's something about making your own prop and having the finished product turn out at least close to how you wanted it. It just makes you feel amazing. And it's even more rewarding when you do the haunt and people come and see your props, and if just one person points it out, it fills your heart with joy. My kids thought it was pretty cool. They're like, I don't know how you did that, Mom, but it looks cool. Anyways, this is the back side. I'm going to spray paint it black. I'm going to take water and just spray it a little bit. Not a lot. Take my spray paint. Lightly. The next step is I'm going to glue on these twinkle fairy lights that I bought. I glued it all on there, and honestly, I didn't use that much. There was so much left over, I just cut it to make it shorter. So I just took a pair of scissors and cut it, and I'm going to glue this onto here. I didn't need all this. Now, it'd be kind of neat if I could figure out a way to reuse these fairy lights. I've never really figured out how to hook those up. If you know how, let me know so these don't go to waste. I wasn't sure about cutting those fairy lights, but you can do it. There it is, it's all done. what it looks like in the dark. So here it is, all plugged in. Turned out pretty cool. And next thing I'll have to do is hang it in the tree, and that's it. I'm going to spray the outside with some, what I use, Man of War protectant. They have it in a spray can, so I'm going to do that. So here it is. I got to fill in the holes from where the nails are, just so it protects it, because it's a little exposed there. And that's it. Tonight I'll plug it in and test it out. I'm finished. I'm happy how it turned out. I don't have anything else set out for Halloween because it's June. It's small. I made it. I'm proud of it. And I can't wait to have all the rest of Halloween out so I can see what it looks like. I will probably post a video of 2020 Halloween when the time comes, when I'm all done. But yeah, pretty happy, pretty stoked. Hope you enjoyed the video.